Ooh, I can't. I'm already live. I can't send you a notification. I don't think.
No,
I don't know
I
how
think it
to.
does
I'm
it
blind.
automatically.
Oh.
Subscribe.
We are live,
Well,
couples. We've only been together like over 3 years, but we sound like we've been together for 30. A lot of. I think this is too light. Or too bright. I got a new light. Oh, hi. I look into the light stupidly. Hi, my name is TushyGalore. My light's really, really bright. Somebody's here. I don't know who. Oh, turned it off. I got a new light. I'm trying to figure it out. And here comes John. I hear myself over there on his phone. You're the one in the room. Hi,
hi.
John. Oh, I'm feverish. So is John. We have colds. I'm so pale. Why do I bother to even get a light? I don't show up. I blend in with the wall. Let's see. Is that a little better? It's the gold one. There's the blue. No, I turned that off on purpose.
Oh,
John Miller.
sorry.
Whew. So this part of my hair just grows long and wispy and is never long enough to put up in anything. So sometimes I cut it to make this cute little thing, but I did it really wrong on both sides, and I just kept cutting and cutting. And now most of the time they just do this because I've got baby hair all over my head. My hair is fine. I like the baby. Who else is in there, John? I kind of see, looks like maybe it's not a one anymore. I can't tell.
No, there's somebody else.
Oh, well, hello, somebody else.
They said no. They say nope. Who's the hot guy back?
He's my hot guy. Hands and feet off. I'm running a fever. Yay for the Yeti. This came from my stepfather. He went to the nursing home and we inherited it. Silicone drinking straw. We are off the plastic straws. They are evil and we're not going to do it anymore. So I bought a package of straws and I have promptly lost them, including the tool to clean it with. I haven't cleaned it in a bit, besides running hot water through it. So we're just hanging out today, wasting our Sunday, eating. I wish this was a sponsored ad, but it is not. Eating Cheez-Its, family size, because there are two of us. And it's the weekend. And this is the extra toasty variety. They're a little overcooked, which is perfect. Taste right.
We're both sick, so we're not wasting the
Whew.
day.
Does my hair still look a little green? I dyed my hair green. I bought a product. I'm going to go ahead and say, maybe I won't. I can't remember. What's the name of that product? Splash or shit? Something I got from Walmart. I had researched it. It was supposed to be messy, but it'd do your hair right if you had dark hair. And instead, it just dyed my face and my hands and my boobs and my feet and my legs and
And the
everything. The
bathtub.
bathtub and some clothes and my pillowcases. Everything else is a really pretty shade of sort of bluish green. Everything but my hair. It's like if you got me in the sun and looked right in here, you could kind of see it. But this is my natural color. I still have not gone gray. I imagine I'll have some fright someday and it will just spontaneously turn white. But for now, this is it. It's so dark I couldn't even get the green to cover it. It's made for dark hair. This is my coffin. I'm really going to have to fold me up to get me in there. But this is what the title was referring to. I have all kinds of boxes, cigar boxes from when I was a kid, and things like this that I sort of obsessively collect. And then I put my other obsessive collections into them, or just random little crap that I can't figure out what to do with it. So I put it in a little box and tuck it away. And I've been doing that since I was a child. And it's always fascinating to me to run across one of them. It's like somebody else has done it almost. I forget about it. This has pencils and pens. I will real quickly go through them because I'm just trying to produce some content. And I found it kind of amusing myself. It's an alien pen. And here's another one. His or her eye closes and does that stuff. We got 4 people. Hi, 4 people. Except for John. I'm having John answer anything y'all say because I can't see my
I'm
screen.
sorry, just
What?
I am. There's only one person talking right
Oh,
now.
I've got cataracts. And if I would ever make my appointment and go see the doctor, they would probably remove them and I'd have really good vision and I wouldn't have to wear these suckers. And then I can have my family telling me I look really weird without my glasses because they've told me that before when I got contacts. This is from, I'm very nearsighted. I can only see if I get
We put her with
really
glasses.
close. That's what everybody says. I may have to get some fake ones. If I get 20/20 vision, I'll have to get some little fakey cat eyes. Miniature rock collection pencil. Vial contains tiny stones from all over the world for you to treasure and enjoy. Houston Museum of Natural Science. I love going there. It's one of my favorite places. I literally sit here some days and think about it and want to go back, and I kind of get my head go around through it. And this, I thought this was the coolest thing. You take the little eraser out, and you can dump these out and go through them, and they're just pretty. It's all etched and frosted looking just from age because they're probably easily 45 years old, maybe. Good grief. Sorry about the doing that. There's no snot there, just an itch. All right, right there, right there on the outside. See? Um, oh, look, a syringe. They outlawed these, I think, at some point because they look too realistic, or people or kids were stabbing themselves, or I don't know. There's some issue, and it used to look like it had real fluid in it, like the old baby bottles and stuff, and it would move around. Fascinating. This one says Twilight. It's from the 80s. It has nothing to do with vampires. It just has like the images of Twilight in a big city, which is my favorite thing. And there's a little boy on the top. Let's see if I can make it look like his head is my head. I can't hold my hand still enough. Hello, everybody. How's the effect? Is it convincing? Okay, enough of that. People have to really love me to watch this one. Um, there's a Sharpie. I've been looking for that for a couple years now. My purple Sharpie. Hoorah. My luck, it's probably all dried out. Here's one, Main Street, USA. And then roll it over. And it's for Route 66. And the little car, squinting my eyes so I can see it. Is it moving? I can't tell. No, it's not. My car's stuck. Oh well. Big whoop. Tourist stuff. I'm sure it didn't write for crap. This I got. Remember Thy Creator. Got this at a Christian bookshop because we used to be taken to them frequently and told to go and pick some things out. I didn't want any of that crazy crap, so I got my pencil of many colors. This is actually the second one that I've had. You can push the, what do you call them? The These come out and then stick in the end like that. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Looks like I've lost a couple of them, but considering
Oh yeah.
how long
I
I've
don't remember
had
what they
it.
called them.
Oh, that was kind of broken too. I don't know. I don't know if it had a name. Um, this is all eraser. It's an artist thing. This is the kind of pencil that you take that out and then put it in the end when it's all used up, and it pushes the whole bunch. It pushes, well, supposedly, oh, it pushes it down so the next one comes out. Just don't throw one away or lose it because then you're screwed and the thing never works right again. You just got to throw it out. Another Sharpie, black one. This one, I don't think it writes anymore, but I was weird even when I was a kid, and I just threw it on the floor. It has eyeballs on it. Oh, there's another one. Yep, eyeballs. And there's another one of those pencils with the leads that push out. Why do I still have those? I never write with pencil. Uh, and here's some of these pencils with the rocks in them from the museum. And I used to love going there. And although I always wanted to go to the certain display first, I usually had to wait until the end of it, I guess because of wherever we parked and went in. and it was the shrunken head, and it was in an exhibit case that was down low. So even as a little kid, I could get right there and look at it and checking out all the pores and where the hair was growing out and his little hair on his face. I think they call him Herman because right across the street is Herman Hospital where I was born, and Herman Park, and I don't remember who Herman was. That's nothing special. It's just like a kind of like a china pencil, waxy, another Sharpie, and a real skinny one with a heart charm on it. I liked how it looked, so I never used it. Makes a lot of sense. Here's a pencil. Fooled you, it's really an ink pen. Probably also doesn't work. This one has like 4 different colors of lead. How exciting. And this one has more eraser than pencil. It's for people who occasionally make mistakes. And I'm missing one. Where is it? What is this from? Pencil for people who make big mistakes by not using Hughes products, 100%. And this one, you hand it to somebody and you go, take a letter. And you push down and it bends because it's comedic. So that is what's in my coffin. And of course the coffin isn't from when I was a child because Nightmare Before Christmas came out when I was an adult. Gotta test some of these pens. How you feeling over there, John?
I'm okay.
Are you?
A little better. I got some medicine in me.
Good. I probably need to take some more. I have to take a lot to feel any better. I have to take a dose and a half or 2 doses. That goes for NyQuil. That goes for Alka-Seltzer Plus. I don't think it's just because I'm big, because I didn't used to have to take that much. I've just got some hardcore sinuses. What are we going to do? We were going to go to the comedy show last night because we've got a fairly good comedy. I don't want to call it a club because it takes place at 2 different locations depending on who's saying what, John? Can you see?
Yeah, just like it. What?
We keep missing it. Like last time there was an issue, and time before that we got there late, and I refused to go in. And it's like always something, man. It's aggravating. So once again, we missed out. The next weekend will be a kids' weekend, or maybe weekend after.
The,
Hold out hope.
okay, the intruder says, tell Tishy I said hello, and I'm glad to see that she is doing well after all these years.
The intruder. I don't know who the intruder is. I wonder if they used to. Did you used to go by a different name, or just
Beginning, which are,
maybe you didn't?
around? She said it's been following you since the Weeder Boy incident.
Weeder
Before
Boy?
this Falcon saga. I remember her trip to Eureka Springs with her mom and her grandpa
Oh my
doing
God.
mighty fancy jokes.
My grandpa and his kind of semi-racist joke. That's cool. Well, hi. I don't remember that name, but maybe the intruder just hasn't had much to say in the past. It's funny, people are all nostalgic about me now. I've gotten some cool comments from people going, "Oh my God, Tushy, I've been watching you since you were 40," or whatever. It's funny, since I was a wee child of 40.
And
Oh,
Nope says, Weeder Boy, I'm intrigued.
Wiener Boy. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Wiener Boy. Was that a joke or a person or both? Maybe it was Johnny. We have been asked to tell how we met. Twice now, I think. So, we'll talk about how we met? Dear?
What do you want to talk about?
I need some lip color. How we met.
I mean, because I was on OK Cupid whining because I was missing my kids. And you took pity on my poor Beleaguered soul.
We met on OkCupid, is the answer. And some of y'all who follow me on other social media, you may know that I used to make fun of OkCupid hardcore. I met some cool people like my friend Charles and a couple other fellas who ended up just being friends. Too far away to date, but we were sort of intrigued by each other's weirdness. Um, and I used to post like the stupid pictures that some men put up, some of the dorky ass thing they say to me. Just ignorant, just all kinds of ignorant shit coming out of OkCupid. And so got to where I just stayed on it for the entertainment. The intruder has said something. Will you
Okay.
check and see? I'm intrigued.
I appreciate it. Yes, I'm very nostalgic about Tushy. You were pretty much the first person I followed on YouTube. Wiener Boy was Tushy being on chat and a 13-year-old boy. Exposed himself on chat. Tushy was shocked.
Oh, I kind of do remember that. Well, thanks for reminding me. I forget an awful lot. So,
Flash by a minor.
I'm sorry, what?
Flash by a minor.
That is always
No.
upsetting. Although, oh, what was the name of that website we all used to use to go chat late at night and stuff? Um, Stick'em. That there was this one kid that used to come in. He was like 16, but he was real big for his age and really cute. And that one was kind of difficult. I had to be extra good. And then I had to decide whether it was okay for him to come watch the R rated movies at Slee Cinema or not. Some weeks I wouldn't let him come in or I'd make him leave before it got real raunchy. That was fun.
How do you spell that? Sleets?
Sleaze? S L
Oh, Sleaze Cinema.
Yeah, Sleaze, and
Yeah.
then cinema with an S also. It's like cinnamon. When I say cinnamon, I put
You
the
said cinema.
I put the thin in cinnamon. So anyway, okay, Cupid, and I was very ill at the time. I had been for a really long time. Lost a ton of weight, which I have since put back on. Like y'all maybe wouldn't even hardly recognize me. I lost a ton of weight because I wasn't able to eat. I was nauseated all the time. Blah 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 blah. Pain. And and I got really fatalistic about an awful lot of stuff. And I was just looking for kicks and weed because it helped me. And so I would try to meet people on there who were local and who also smoked. And got to where I was just like, well, you want to come over? Bring some weed. I didn't screw anybody. I was a good girl. But uh, it was just like, oh, well, stranger from the internet, come in and entertain me. And they were like strange people usually, and they were entertaining, all right. But and then I don't know. He showed up in my instant messages going, well, fine. If you're not going to answer me, then that's just fine.
I
And
wasn't too smacky
no,
about it.
you weren't. You weren't. But I didn't remember ever hearing from him. Maybe I accidentally deleted it. I try to be very polite to everyone until they're impolite to me. So I messaged him back, and I really didn't want to meet anybody. I was bad enough by then. I didn't even want to have anybody come over because I was it was beyond a point of being able to be sociable at all. So we chit chatted a lot, and he would try to get me to go to concert with him or go out to eat with him, this, that, and the other. And he was lonely
Riddle
and
dates.
real. Well, yeah. Well, we weren't. Both of us though were just looking for friends. I wasn't looking to date.
Well, I
I
wasn't
said
either, but I would have took you out to eat.
there is just no way that I will ever find a man who will be okay with somebody who's handicapped, sick a lot, and I mean, who wants to be in a relationship like that? And I really didn't think that anybody would be able to understand what I was going through and, give me what I need. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm waiting to die, is pretty much how I saw it. I was in bed almost all the time, every day. And this is where I lived, right here in this bed. And, um, and I was waiting to die. I wanted to die because I was so sick all the time. And there's nothing like being nauseated constantly. So met him. He seemed pretty nice and stuff, but I didn't want to meet up. I felt terrible. I felt like I looked bad as well. And but one night it was Halloween Eve. Are you watching the chat screen? You're not, are
Yeah,
you?
you were sick.
Yeah, I was. And so Halloween Eve, he messages me and was like just out of his mind, being so upset because his three little kids, it was about to be Halloween. They were going, I think, that night, going on the 30th to trick or treat, and he didn't have a vehicle he could drive down there, and he was really upset about it. And I didn't know him well enough to go, we'll take my car. I just was like, oh, that sucks. All right, fine. Come on, bring some weed. Come over to my house. I'll keep you company and whatever. Wait for pictures to come in. So he came over, and as soon as I opened the door and saw him, I just felt perfectly at ease and comfortable with him and wanted him in my house. And he came and sat down on the other side of the couch from me, and it just seemed like the most natural thing in the world to have this human being there. I felt really safe. Where I live is a place that makes me feel very unsafe. It was way worse than it is now there for a while, but very unsafe here. So yeah, he kind of came in, and the next night he came back. And was it the third night I made you stay away, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I regretted it.
well, it was kind of lonely, and I just sat here thinking, am I crazy for letting this person just keep coming over every night? This isn't normal. And so I made him stay
Yes.
away, but I think we texted
No.
off and on, and
You're absolutely insane.
I am. And then at some point there, I was like really early on, I was like, just get your shit and come on over, and just let's just camp out, play house. And he's been around ever since. We broke up. Well, we didn't break up. He moved out for a little bit because he never lived on his own. He was like, I want to do this. I want to say I've lived on my own. So he did. And he was over here a lot. And he'd go to his place when it was convenient, or he just wanted some time and space. Right? 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 John!
What?
Right?
Well, I gotta let the conversation catch up with me because I'm
Oh.
listening with the headphones, so I can't hear you.
Oh. Headphones.
And
Okay.
yes, I did come over here and see you, and I was here a lot. And
All
I,
the time.
you know,
So we didn't really break up. But yeah, it was weird. It was like, hi, good to meet you. Come on, move in. Oh, well. Um, and he started cooking for me because he's an excellent cook. And he would make things that were mild enough that I could tolerate them. He made sure if I needed anything that I had it. He used to be a nurse. He's a retired nurse, soon to be a nurse again, I think, maybe. I shouldn't jinx it. Knocking on my bedside table. He understood my health problems. He's okay with it, and he knew what to do to help me, and he saved my life several times where I've been extremely ill very suddenly, and like a stubborn old man wouldn't go to the hospital, and he would finally just go, you're going to, I'm calling the ambulance right now, and he'd get me to the hospital. And he has pulled me back from the brink a couple of times in the last 3 years, a couple, two, three times. And he's been excellent company for me, and he cooks like you wouldn't believe. And he's just, sweet guy. And he helped me get on some medications that improved my health quite a bit. And I kind of hate to admit this because it's not something to be happy about. I guess it's just a fact that the first year that I was with him, or he was with me, we were together, I gained like 40 pounds, y'all. I gained my weight back. I felt so much better. And he's like, here, I have children and grandchildren. You're going to love them now. Here they are. It's like suddenly I went from waiting to die, just waiting to die, to like life and people in my home and craziness. So it's a miracle. It is a miracle. I had been even though I said I didn't want anybody. And I turned a lot of people down. I had also, behind the scenes, been asking my female ancestors to find somebody really good for me. And every time I did cards or anything, tarot cards to see what the situation was, it would just, every time, it just said, be patient. Be patient. Like, we got to line things up. Be patient. My nose ring's tickling me. It's not, it wasn't attached. It's really hard to do with these nails, get in there and get it put back together. It's, yeah, I'll set that aside. Um,
The intruder wonders if the Wiener Boy ever got with a woman.
I barely remember Wiener Boy. Surely he did. We, a lot of 14-year-old boys do some rather incredible things. Now I always figure that when they gain a little maturity, they look back and say, "Oh, holy shit, what was wrong with me? Where you going, Wiener Boy?" So,
Coffee.
coffee. All right.
I need
Uh,
coffee.
Fine. Are you going next door for it? Oh, you're making it.
I got
Somebody
coffee.
gave us a bunch of coffee, and so he's back to brewing it in the cool vintage coffee pot that I inherited from my grandparents. It's sort of a, what color? It's like an avocado green, and it's probably from the early 70s, kind of the Scandinavian style. Made out of aluminum. He started worrying that perhaps it was going to give him some sort of brain problems. So, there for a while, he abandoned it.
I'll just take a little extra coconut oil. It'll be fine.
Okay. You can put the coconut oil right in your coffee. That's what my sister does. I wish they had some sort of. I'm looking. They don't have any filters. Why are there no filters for live? Like, they need to catch up, the YouTubes, because all these other programs have fun filters. I like the ones that make me look like a demon. Hmm.
Oh, you know the reason a lot of people don't get do your come on when you do a live stream
Why?
is your subs were already subscribed to you before YouTube introduced the notification system.
Oh,
Maybe you
some.
need to message them all and have them turn on the notifications.
Probably should just make a video, maybe like I'm doing right now, and say, um, punch that notification button in the cunt. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm not monetized, but that's a word that upsets some people. I'm so sorry.
You're gonna get banned.
what is
You're
what
banned.
what does Carla say? Cooter, punch him in the cooter. I said, excuse me, bitch. So when you come down to the McDonald's on Dorset, ask for Carla. No, not Carla. What was it? Charlene? Ask for Charlene. Punch her in the cooter. If y'all don't know Libby Higgins, you should. If you know Trailer Trash Tammy, aka now uh, what's her real name? I can't think of her real name all of a sudden.
Carla or
No,
Tammy?
Tammy's real
Chelsea
name.
Lynn?
Chelsea Lynn. Yeah. Oh, her and Libby just, they both just kill me. I think one thing I like about them a lot, and it's helped me with my kind of how I see myself and comfort in my own body, is they're both big old gals. But they'll dress outrageously and act outrageously, and they're so silly, and I love them. They make me happy. I got to meet Miss Libby Higgins. We both did. Pardon the noise.
They liked you a lot more than they liked me.
Well, yeah, you could be some kind of creep or something. I bought glitters. I'm so excited. I love glitter. I've got it for my nails. Um, I'm not ready to talk yet about what all I may be doing with all this pretty, pretty glitter. I have a plan and a project that, with any luck, will improve my life, and it involves glitter and other things that I was about to order from China. But it seems that approximately, I don't know, I'm gonna make up a number. Approximately 2/3 of China is out with the coronavirus, and which I'm very sad about. That's so worrisome. Um, yeah, I won't even go into that. I'll get all upset. But yeah, a lot of the businesses and factories and things are just shutting down for a while. First, we had the Chinese New Year, and that takes up several weeks, and a lot of the little shops were closed on like AliExpress and Made in China and stuff like that. Now they're all sick. Makes me want to start wearing a mask when I go out.
Are you still into ghost hunting by any chance?
Oh, I am so into so into the idea of ghost hunting, and I watch a lot of it on YouTube. But I don't get to go out very often. I'm thinking of making a return trip to a little mausoleum that's here in Fayetteville. I live in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Um, it's rather small. It's all indoors, and it had a really neat feeling. I put up a video. We went in and walked around, and I did get what I think is one EVP. I'm not sure what it said, but it was a woman's voice, and it felt nice in there. It's a little stinky, but I would like to go back with a little plate, little tray or something with some nice offerings on it. Maybe do some incense in there, which it could use, frankly, and and just talk nicely and play some music. If we go on a Sunday morning, I might play some gospel music and just kind of see what happens. I'm wanting to get an app for my phone. I was actually looking into it, watching videos and stuff yesterday. It's called the Echo Vox, VOX, Echo Vox, and it has I can't think of what they're called. I keep wanting to say phenomes, but that's not the right word. Little the sounds of speech, yeah, like that, right? And it plays those, and you speak, and it records your voice, and then echoes it back and mixes it with the, and a damn thing says stuff. It's very, very interesting, and I would like to check it out. That's pretty. I thought it was iridescent at first, but it's like green and some gold mixed in. And black. It's black. And some lovely juicy red that makes me want to have some shoes like that. Ruby slippers. So I've got a lot of glitter. That's just kind of like the tip of the iceberg. So I don't know what else to talk about. Cats don't even have the decency to come in here and crawl all over me like they usually do. Meow at me. We got actually my sister got it for me for Christmas. One of those tapestry things that you can get now really cheap, and they're so bright and super pretty. And it's gonna go back here so that when I'm sitting on my bed talking to you guys, I'll have something besides this white wall. It's very pretty. Perhaps I can get some assistance putting it up today if we're not feeling too bad. Poorly, as it were, feeling poorly. Um, these nails, y'all, have gotten me so much attention. Not even really finished. I redid a couple of them and I haven't really finished them out. But every time I leave the house, right, John?
Yep.
Every time I leave the house, wherever I go, like one woman literally ran up to me the other day, came chugging up to me to tell me how freaking awesome my nails were, and she loved my style and what I was wearing, and just seemed to, like, I felt like a celebrity. She was fangirling all over me. And then, John, do you remember we went to the next place? And the woman, the receptionist, was like,
Two people in one place, yeah.
no, at the next place. The woman was like, "Oh my God, I love your hair and I love your clothes and I love your nails and I just love your whole style and everything about you. You have awesome energy." Oh, doing something right today. Shit. And I punched her in the cooter.
Yeah, the next place, another lady came up, yeah.
Yep. I'm drinking some unsweet iced tea. What are you drinking, people? And my dirty straw. I
It
love
makes
these.
her whole day. Don't let her fool you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just a little baffling. And I never quite know what to say back. Now, when they compliment my nails, I ham it up and I go, "Oh, thank you. You like them? Do you like them really? Aren't they great?" This one is shorter than the other ones. I built it short because when I try to get out of the car and unbuckle my belt, got to push down, to release the belt, the buckle, and I have a lot of trouble doing it. And I'll be in there trying to get it with my knuckle and trying with my thumb, but that long nail just keeps me from being able to put. And then if I push it with my actual end of my nail, it hurts. I usually have to get John to help me, and that's a safety hazard. Should we have a rollover and John's dead and I'm trapped and I could get out, but my damn thumbnail is too long for me to do my belt. I think it's time for a smoke. I've been smoking a lot in my videos. I've been dying, y'all, for years to be able to talk about it and go, I use marijuana. It helps me so much. I don't throw up every morning now. I don't go for hours and hours during the day with this. I have one in the car. I have one in my purse. I have two at my bedside. And I know where to get more on Amazon. I'm getting purple next time. Habba. That's an emesis bag. I get them at the hospital because whenever I have any kind of illness, it seems like that's a serious thing, like problems with my heart or whatever, I just throw up and I throw up, and I've almost barfed myself literally to death because I was once so dehydrated by the time my stubborn ass finally decided to go to the hospital. I was so dehydrated, they thought I was probably not going to make it. And they had two IVs in me with bags of fluid, and I had a nurse literally standing there squeezing it to force the fluids into me as fast as they could. And so this happens to me. That was not an isolated incident. And it's very upsetting and very scary and all that. But I had marijuana once in a while back then, but not regularly until John came around, and he made damn sure that I had it. And he still does. He does everything in his power. Sometimes he gets things on credit or whatever. But anyway, so this is a neat little thing that we got. See, I see them all over the place now, but it was the new thing. This is scent proof. It is waterproof. It is plastic, and you can drop it. I didn't mean to do that, but you can drop it on your Cheez-Its box and it won't break. Open it. There's a section here for whatever. Sometimes I put a little pipe in there, and it's got crushed up weed in it right now. And then there's a built-in grinder. Grind, grind, grind. I dump it in there, and then I'm ready to rock and roll. It's pretty neat. Um, we're the people in the neighborhood that have all the neat little stuff, and we have other friends who are medical marijuana patients, and they will come
If
over.
you're gonna do it on camera,
What? Oh, okay. I guess I'm not gonna roll a doob. Dooby dooby doo. Here, gimme. It doesn't have anything in it, does it? Oh, I wish I'd had that ice in it
I can do
again.
it.
Mmm,
I'll go do that real quick.
you
Here,
wonderful
give it to me.
thing. Thank you. We're about to hear a lot of noise because he's gonna go in there. I've got this. Ow! What am I sitting on? Oh, that. I've got this thing. It's a Ninja blender sort of a deal. And I don't know if you've ever seen a Ninja blender, but there's a stem that goes down in it, and it's got blades all up and down on it. It's got multiple blades, and they're gnarly sharp, man. And and it makes snow basically if you put ice in it and go and it's like snow. And so I started doing that and packing or putting it in the bong instead of water, it's frozen water. And it's so delightful. I mean, it doesn't make any bubbling noises like bong normally does, but it's sorry, I obviously can't look for something and talk at the same time. And then it's just cold. It's just cold, like when you walk out into a snowy setting, and it's just like brr. Oh, hey, also, you're asking me about ghost hunting, and I am currently, I can't see. Glasses, please. I'm currently obsessed with Hinsdale House, which is also known as the Dandy House, and it's in Hinsdale, New York, which is near Buffalo. And I've only been in New York once. I'm not real familiar with how things are laid out, but oh, jeez. Oh, when I try to get organized, I'm digging in this drawer here. I'm trying to put all my smoking stuff in my bedside table, top drawer, and get super ultra organized so I can find crap, because we are both just ugh. We're disasters. I mean, honestly, I'll just tell you, I would love to have a beautiful, tidy home. I really would. And sometimes I have achieved that when I've lived alone. But we are both on the slob spectrum. We're on the slob spectrum. And yeah. And this place is almost always kind of a mess. Thank you. To varying degrees. We just got this recently. It's pretty neat. Oh, poof! It comes apart. There's the snow. And can Alyssa do this? I'm also Alyssa. My mother calls me Alyssa. Sometimes she calls me Tishy. That is an absolute hoot when she calls me Tishy. She used to call me Thunder Thighs when I was a teenager for some reason. Ooh.
That's what we put inside there. It's frost.
Ha ha.
Snow.
Yum, yum, yum. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're the bomb.
I know. I know.
My rolling papers, I got John now into these Rizla, very reflective, isn't it? Rizla Plus. They say they're licorice flavored, but they are not. They are kind of sweet. They taste a little bit like chocolate to me. Mostly, it's a very mild flavor, whatever it is. But they are. I read somewhere Johnny Depp uses them. I'm not so impressed with that now as I maybe was at one time.
Chocolate
But
waffles with peanut butter sauce.
yeah, no, thank you. But they are dark brown, and they look really cool. I've got to start putting some makeup on, lipstick or something. Wow, this ring light is really, really, really bright. Maybe I could set this back a little bit. Let you see my Dairy Queens.
My Dairy Queens.
All right, there's a little. You don't have to pull this out, which is great because it really kind of tries to hang on to that silicone. But we have our cat Poe. There's the carb, a little hole there. Our cat Poe is the most wonderful boy, but he is a bong breaker. And anytime we have had a nice glass bong, we have a friend who's given us two of them, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Giving us two really nice bongs, and Poe's like, what's this? Actually, I think he butts it with his head or whatever and knocks things off.
You know, he's trying to get the water out of it. He's curious, like he does the cups. He's trying to drink out of it.
That could be. Anybody else talking?
No, not in a few minutes. Nope, says she'll be here or he or she. I don't know if it's a he or a she. Is going to be over here for waffles in about an hour.
Excellent. I'll clear you space. We're messy. Yeah. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. When I'm not feeling well, I just throw things on the floor or throw them in a pile. Some, clothes that are half clean, half dirty. It's like, well, it doesn't look dirty, but I know I wore it twice for about 2 hours each time. I might wear it again. I won't hang it up. Mostly I don't want to hang it up. I have a big, wonderful closet, a million hangers, but my clothes are piled. Pitiful. I think we still have a laundry basket with stuff in it from, 2 weeks ago?
No, that's either been worn or put away. Ooh, cheddar cornbread waffles with fried egg.
I like the smoke. It is pretty. My my cold. I love my lighters. Unfortunately, I'm kind of low on them. I'm a lighter collector. I have this one that's called, or no, it's not called anything. It says Flick My Bic, but it looks all ghostly. It's purple. Let's see, what else have I been fascinated by recently? I get my Dairy Queens under control. I've been fascinated with, I'm always fascinated with the David Paulides and his talk of, and his studies into people who go missing in national forests. I'm fascinated by that. It just boggles my mind. And I recently binge watched Hellier, just Hellier, Kentucky. And Kentucky keeps coming up. I feel like Kentucky is calling to me. Some Kentucky YouTubers that are in my life almost daily. The Slayton sisters and Amberlynn Reed.
Yeah, you want to go someplace even more hillbilly than Arkansas, then Kentucky is your top choice.
You know what? There's some cool shit in Kentucky too. That's where Bobby Mackey's club is. And it's super haunted. And I'd like to go down there and spit into the portal to hell. Ah, a booger in it. And let's see, what else? Oh, Yaba's in Kentucky.
Shooter said he couldn't chat for a moment because he was rolling a spliffy.
Oh, excellent. Smoke with me. Are you a he or a she, intruder? So we can get it right.
Said coughs. It says you two coughers should look into vaporizing.
We dab.
A lot.
I used to have, vapes for flour, which was great, but they have both broken, and I have not replaced them. I have a vape pen.
She says broken. I say wore them out.
I have wore them out. I did.
Where's the banger?
The
Showed
banger.
the banger. Yeah, he said something about vaping weed. So. I know it was in there. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, we traded out. See, it's just that
Flour's good.
we have dispensaries now, and we're on a flower kick. We want to try the different kinds, and they're starting to have sales and lower prices now, which for us, for Arkansas, for the dispensaries, let's see, I paid, how much did I pay for this for an eighth? 40, I think, 39.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get it for 29.
35 is the average.
35,
that we pay.
yeah.
Well, you got to remember, we have 12% tax. So
Yeah.
things like shatter, they've been taxed 2 times before we actually pay for them. So you're paying 12% tax on shatter. So it's, $20 over street price.
Yep.
Whereas you go to flour and they're getting close to street price, but the thing about it is the stuff that they're selling us at street price, if you're into big THC, you're not going to get it. The highest we've got has been Berkel, and that's 23%.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we've been getting those landrace kind of strains, the CBD, high CBD strain with the high THC with just a bit of CBD in it has been awesome. It's like smoking the stuff I did in high school. And screw y'all if you're making fun of me being an old man for talking about smoking. How Colombian was the greatest. Well, you gotta smoke it.
Boomer!
And then you'll know that Colombian was one of the greatest strains. So the best strains that everybody smokes came out of it. The precursor to skunk was either Colombian or Acapulco Gold, and everybody loves skunk weed.
Huh. He had spoken.
Well, of course, there wasn't anything else but skunk weed in since Maine, so you just did what you had to do. Regional stuff, people grow in their backyards, which was few and far between and very seedy, especially in Kansas.
Excuse me. We both have colds too, and probably smoking is not the smartest thing. But we have a nectar collector, and it's titanium tip, and that thing, that's brutal. And we've used that for a long time, just down into the little jar, which I've got a million of those laying around too. Oh, how did I do that? It's like
It takes destructive skills. You know, I'm an agent of chaos. And that's actually one from our dispensary. That container there.
This one?
Yeah.
But see, people that I'm not gonna say we buy illegal weed. I'm not gonna admit to that, although I guess we probably already just did. But whatever the case, um, I know someone who sells, and she gets it from
A dispensary.
a dispensary in Arizona, I think.
Yeah. Nevada.
Yeah. Okay, Nevada. And we get it really cheaply. So yeah, we just I hope prices will continue to go down. But right now it is inconceivable to me to go into a dispensary here and buy edibles. You get a bag of like how many, John?
I don't know.
You get like five little candies,
Yeah.
and they're probably 20 milligrams of THC a piece, maybe, or 10.
Yeah.
And
I can check it real quick and see.
which I'd probably have to eat them all. I don't know.
You'd
And
have to eat at least 3 of them.
$25 to $35. And when you buy the shatter, it is like an eighth of a gram or some, or no, quarter gram,
Half gram.
half gram. And like half a gram really, and they want $80 for it. And I'm just like, I gotta make some phone calls. But this has been really good. It's been fun to try some different stuff. And the strawberry coffee wasn't bad. It tasted more like strawberry
It made
lemonade.
you into a mean person.
It did. Made me a mean bitch. It was terrible. And John said, no more for you. So we've moved on. Sometimes I get like that. I'm a moody, odd person anyway. And, but sometimes when I have my first dose of weed, when we sit down to smoke or vape or whatever, I start talking about really dark, really just horrible things that nobody wants to hear about or talk about. But I go into it, man. I delve.
We should go get some Berry and Berry Kush butter. They've got some
Okay.
for $29.99 for half a gram.
I'm glad you're not all the way on cam.
Playing with my wiener?
Scratching something, I
I'm
thought.
scratching around my crotch. Sorry.
Gross.
Well, you are in my bedroom.
Here, I'll do it too. Woo!
Oh, you're going to get banned. Lascivious behavior.
We got a bidet
That's awesome.
because when I started doing my nails, I was doing them long and pointy. I like my stilettos. And the first time I went dos, uh, it hurt really badly. I guess, some people say, well, you didn't use enough toilet paper. John, I need you to read my chat things. Honestly, I cannot see. I'm looking into my... Oh, crap. I'm sorry. If I miss anything and it's important, just kind of leave it as comment, if you will, as like a video comment. I don't know. You probably can't do that right now, can you?
What?
Oh, I'm rambling.
Do we have any blueberries?
In the freezer?
They're still good?
Yeah, they should be. They're pretty new. They came from Dollar Tree, though. I can't vouch for the quality.
Thaw. Anyways. It's time for blueberry waffles.
Oh, man. I used to love to just eat frozen blueberries. Just like, while they're still frozen. Good.
Blueberry waffles.
So, I don't know. I guess I'm getting stony and extra odd, and I'm starting to zone out. So, I think I'm going to possibly finish this. And I'm going to watch some videos about Hinsdale House. Or, no, I'm done with Hellier, but I'm putting things together. Like, I think the Hellier stuff and the missing 411 stuff is like, I think they are yeah. There's something to it. So I'm going to sit here and have really deep thoughts that I can't convey because my, the speech part of my brain is napping. So I love you guys. Thank you to everyone who came by and hung out with me. And thank you for having a bowl with me as well. And we should do this more often. Just sit and smoke and talk. And I should write a list of topics so that I don't maybe ramble quite so much. I really do love you. I appreciate you. And I'll come back soon. Bye.